Our buddy Big Game Boomer hit us up from Roswell, Georgia. He said, why is everyone falling for the Texas hype again? It's ridiculous. And as you can clearly tell, Big Game Boomer has no bias in the Texas sphere. Texas is just any other program to Big Game Boomer. Who's fallen for the Texas hype? I have not given my predictions yet, Jesse, right? I have not given my Big 12 predictions yet. I think it's pretty obvious when I make Quinn Ewers a second-team Pate State All-American and I make Xavier Worthy my dark horse for the Heisman. It's pretty obvious I'm high on them. How high on them am I, though? TBD. Texas can't be back, though, right? That's what I keep getting told. Yeah, they can be back. They can be. They just haven't been. Haven't and can't? What have we talked about? I know you're getting tired of me saying that. So I hate to do it, but sometimes you guys make me do it. And so I got to use the Dante's Peak approach here. Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton taught me everything I need to know about Texas. Okay, a lot of you have watched them be dormant for years, just like they watched that volcano, and you're saying Texas can't be back. And those townspeople, innocent though they may have been, are sitting there telling Pierce Brosnan, this mountain can't harm us. And Pierce Brosnan's like, no, the town water supply has gone to crap. People are boiling to death in this lake. The animals are acting weird. All the signs are there. This mountain's going to erupt. No, you're just a geologist. I've lived here all my life. They're gone. And a lot of you are down in Texas right now. And I just want to warn you, the signs are there. I know it's been dormant out there, but that is a very, very active volcano, metaphorically speaking, of course. And when it goes boom, it's going to go boom. I've explained to you what it will be like for you who may be 17 years old and you've never experienced Texas being back. I've told you what it's going to be like. I hope I prepared you at least to that degree. But they were 5-7 Sark's first year. They're 8-5 his second year. Here's why I believe in them. You can choose to believe whatever you want to. You can either be the frog in the pot of slowly warming up water that boils to death, or you can listen to geologist JP here. I'm trying to help you. They have recruited top 5 classes, back-to-back cycles. They have done what they hadn't done before. Okay, the more casual-minded out there are going to tell you, who cares if they've recruited top 5? They always had talent. We've addressed that. We have beaten that to death like a piñata on this show. They had the ornaments. They didn't have the tree. We're sticking with that metaphor because it works. It's focus group pretty well, yeah? So we're going to keep that. They didn't have the line of scrimmage talent they needed. It's a lie. It wasn't being developed. A lot of it wasn't even recruited. It's a lie. They have not recruited like they have the past 2 cycles in a long time. They have not developed. They have not acquired the line of scrimmage talent. For obvious reasons, they haven't brought in guys like A.D. Mitchell via the portal or Isaiah Nair via the portal. They're doing that now. This is a legitimately loaded roster, and it's only going to get loadeder. Write that down. It's only going to get more and more loaded. NIL, they're clicking on every single cylinder imaginable out there, which you knew they would do. And so there are things there that they haven't had. There are pieces in place that haven't been in place. And by the way, I want you guys to go back in time, and I want you to find me how many times I've predicted Texas to go to the playoff or whatever it is you're counting as being back. I hadn't done it a single time. So whenever folks come at me and say, oh, we do this all the time. No, we don't. They may. I can't control what they do, but I'm telling you, I may very well pick that team to go to the playoff this year. If I do, it'll be the first time. And I may, because there are signs that I hadn't seen around Texas in a long time that are there. Wide receivers, the best Sark's had, at least in his time at Texas. Offensive line, defensive line, I've got what I need there. Running back, even losing guys like Roschon and Bijan, plenty good enough. Secondary, you're not having to convert wide receivers there anymore. They portaled Catalan in, and they've got good players back there elsewhere. They're better. They're good enough to do it this year. So that's why I have participated in the Texas hype. Now, last year, I was hating on the computer earlier today. Last year, famously, the model thought that Texas could beat the Chargers. Like the model thought if you put Texas in the NFC South, that'd be a legit 10-6, 9-7 caliber contender. The model was a little drunk on Texas last year. I don't even know what the model says about Texas this year, but I'm telling you, if it says the same thing again, I may go from chastising the model to high-fiving the model as much as you can high-five a laptop. Texas hype is kind of real this year. I don't even know if it's hype. It just is. And if you want one more sign, I've never had Sark on the show. We had him on last week. And I think that tells you a lot about how I feel about Texas, because we have not really wasted our time bringing subpar coaches on the show recently, have we? Or coaches that are leading subpar teams.